This airbrush and compressor kit is recommended for beginners like myself. When you open your box, you have the manual. It's always advisable to study your manual before you start. You also have the compressor, which is very portable. You have the DVD, you have your electric cable and your air hose. I'm using scissors because the items have been secured using hard plastic. Those are the 3 colors, and you also have one cleaner. So I've got to turn the packaging upside down to remove the airbrush. That's the airbrush and that's the control. The white small plastic there is the airbrush holder, and you've also got a little spanner. Remove all cable ties around the power cable and air hose. Straighten the power cable and the air hose. Ensure there are no kinks, bends or restrictions along the length of the air hose that may inhibit or prevent airflow when attached to the mini compressor. Connect the air hose to the mini compressor by first locating the air outlet on the mini compressor. This is found on the side directly opposite the airbrush holder and may be more easily located by turning the compressor over. Gently ease one end of the air hose over the air. Attach the airbrush holder to the mini compressor by sliding the plastic tag on the airbrush holder into the rectangular slot protruding from the side of the mini compressor. Connect the airbrush hose to the airbrush by gently easing the opposite end of the air hose over the stepped adapter on the base of the airbrush. When the air hose has been stretched over the adapter end, push more firmly to guide the air hose as far possible along the stepped adapter. Connect the power cable to the mini compressor by first locating the female power input on the underside of the mini compressor. The female power input is most easily found by turning the compressor over. Push the male mini jack on the electrical power cable into the female power input. Place the airbrush into its holder. Connect the AC adapter plug into your power supply and turn the switch on. The mini compressor is turned on by pressing the on-off power switch, and then there will be, you'll see a red light. On the compressor, you've got the low, medium and high buttons. I switched on the compressor just to make sure that there is air coming out. Before I put in my color, I think it's a good idea to test with water. I've added a few drops of water into the airbrush color cup, and I'm just spraying on a sheet of paper. I'm adjusting the control by moving the button forwards and backwards. I'm also using the low setting on the mini compressor. It's time for me to start using the color. I shake very well and I add just a few drops in the color cup. It's always a good idea to test your color on a paper before actually using it on your project. I'm testing using the different settings on the compressor and also various distances from the paper just to see how the color comes out. It's now time for the real thing now. I put a couple of drops of the yellow color before starting it on my cake project. When covering your cake, make sure you leave it for about 6 to 12 hours before airbrushing. I'm starting from the bottom. I'm trying to do something like an ombre where it's more concentrated at the bottom and a bit lighter at the top. So always start using a light spray, and if you want more color you can always add, but if you do the opposite it's difficult to take out color. It's easier to add on color. Once you finish airbrushing, it's always a good idea to rinse out with water. This you do by pouring in the color cup and just spraying it out onto a surface. I mean, you can get there's a special wash container that you can buy, or you can even spray it on the sink. That's before you change the color, if you don't want the colors to be mixing. I'm about to change the color to red because I need to spray some flowers. Once you finish, you pour some water and spray out. You can also hold the end of the airbrush and use the water to goggle it to get out any color particles that are in there. Doing this will prolong the life of your airbrush.